Right. Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Melanie Bundock, and I am an EFT practitioner and coach. And I have been doing a 30-day boot camp with my community in my Facebook group, all about how to find different ways to bring joy into our lives. Now, as an EFT practitioner, yes, tapping is great for bringing joy into my life, or help shift my emotions. But I've become increasingly aware that actually we need lots of different tools and resources to access to help us be in this state of joy, which is really our natural state. It's the natural state of babies when they're not crying and when we're born. You know, joy is the natural vibration that we as beings aspire to rise up to, that vibration of joy. But obviously life gets in the way, stress and children and technical issues which take away from being in a state of joy. Now, Aisling, I've known you for a while now, and obviously I love the work that you do with angels. And today I want to talk to you a bit more about how we can connect with our angels to bring us joy. So firstly, let me introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you, Aisling.
Hello, everybody. I'm very happy to be here. I really didn't think we were going to make it today. I thought Melanie was going to have to do an impromptu, invite the angels in, which would be great. You could do an EFT and angel session. But I got here, so I help people connect with angels, basically, but I think I do it in a down-to-earth, ordinary sort of way, that I don't wear flowy dresses, and I don't, even though they're nice, you know, but I'm down to earth, I swear. You know, I just live an ordinary life, but I also know that we have this huge invisible realm available to help us in our lives to get through the normal everyday stuff that comes up. And I don't know, will I just keep it brief, Melanie, or will I go into my journey?
A little bit of both. Just obviously, yes, let's know a little bit about your background as well.
Okay, so my sort of adventure with the angels started when I was about 16. And I had quite a traumatic dream that I became lucid in, and I couldn't wake up in the dream.
Wow.
And I start screaming out for help. Anybody out there, give me some help. And my grandfather, who had died 2 years previously, came into the dream and said, come this way. And I woke up. And from that moment, he became my guide. He guided me for about 10 years of my life.
Wow.
So I never told anybody about this. So I had this constant presence in my life through all of the ups and downs of, you know, late teens and early 20s. So it was a great support. And then after about 10 years, my grandfather was leaving, and he introduced me to my guardian angel. I got he was leaving, and it took about 3 months for this transition to happen. And then my guardian angel came in, who had always been there, but I just hadn't been in a place to connect with this angel. And that introduced me to the idea that angels existed and that they were there to support us. And that journey just went on. I became like a sponge for a while, did every sort of course on spiritual development and holistic health and yoga, reflexology, anything that was going. I was like, give me that certificate, I'll do that course. And I was introduced to all the different archangels. And then finally, I found a group, walked into the room, felt that presence of angels, which there is nothing to compare with anything that I had ever done, any course or anything that I had ever experienced in my life. That pure joy and pure love, which is when you're in the presence of angels, that they just love you so unconditionally. And they're around us all the time, but you know, we can choose to get distracted, and I do as well. I have 2 young kids. I'm a busy mom. I have my own business, and I do get distracted as well, and I forget. And it's even my work is a wonderful excuse to come back and to remind myself all the time that the angels are here, and that love is here, and that I just have to connect into it. It's like picking up the telephone and saying, "Are you there?" You know, if you have a good friend and you don't ring them, the friendship is not going to happen. You need to give it some attention, some of your focus. So
that's that
I can keep going.
No, that's brilliant. It's just, and again, with me, as you said, you know, you get distracted and you forget. As a EFT practitioner, yes, I know I can sit there and tap, but then you forget. But then sometimes I think you kind of think, actually, do you know, I'd like to call upon. It's like, I'm just trying to find a good analogy here off the top of my head, but I guess it's like something is not working and we just plug away at one solution, but actually there's a multitude of solutions that are available to us. So it's, you know, tapping is not going to resonate with everybody, and angels aren't going to resonate with everybody. But I'm hoping that the people who kind of follow me and yourself, you know, because I know we have similar, you know, and I think our communities overlap somewhat, but I think when life does get in the way of things, it's really, really useful to have a little toolbox of, you know, like a SOS kit to keep us going and, you know, think actually our angels are in there, tappings in there, meditations in there. What else have I covered in 30 days? You know, actually focusing on your having health and nutrition, making sure that's correct, and keeping your mind check, you know, level as well. That all these things are in the toolbox that we all have access to. So I guess really what I wanted to do with my 30-day Joyful June bootcamp was to introduce all the things to people that I access in my life and in my bootcamp, and that I use in my coaching and my practice, because it isn't just tapping that I do, but now, again, with angels, I've felt connected with angels for a long time. I guess I think it came to me when I did my Reiki training, that the angels kind of came through quite strongly then. But and they've always been there in the background. I think since knowing you, and I know, remember when you connected me to my guardian angel, and again, you've just reminded me, I do forget to call upon her. I remember everything about the meditation and what came up. But so I guess people who are out there feeling a bit kind of lost and they're thinking, oh, you know, I'd really like to connect with my angels. I'd like my angels to bring me joy. You say they're there anyway. How do we connect to our angels, the angels of joy?
So there's lots of different ways that you connect, and different people connect in different ways. So there's a thing called the four clairs, which are, you probably know this, Melanie, that there's four different ways that you see the world.
I think of two of them at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, I know the four, but I can never remember the name of one of them. But anyway, there's clairvoyance. So we can see the angels. Okay, we can see them as some people can see the angels as physical beings. I see orbs of lights, and I see different color orbs depending on the different colored angels that are there, the different energies. Like today, I'm wearing orange, and that for me is the energy of Gabriel, which is the solar plexus, and it's all about creativity and joy and inner child and fairies. So some people are really good at seeing. I wasn't for years and years and years, and I still don't. I rarely see a physical angel, and the times that I have seen a physical angel have been usually about 4 o'clock in the morning, when I'm very, very relaxed and peaceful, and in that in-between stage. So it's a very good point for people to connect with angels. But as I said, it's not my strongest clair is a clairsentience.
Yes. Which
is that gut feeling that when the hairs stand on your...
That's definitely mine as well.
Your arms. Yeah, and I think it's most people have a really good gut sense. And an example of that would be years ago when I met my husband, and he was very miserable in his job, and I wrote a CV for him. I helped him with a CV, And I had the CV, and I was going to get some envelopes, and he was going to post them off. And I was walking across the bridge. This is O'Connell Bridge. I saw a sign that said maintenance manager, and he's really good with his hands. He's really handy. And I thought, oh, that'd be a good job for Leah. But I said, I better get an envelope. So I walked across the bridge and felt nauseous, like almost dizzy with sickness within me. And it was like my whole body was saying, not this way, turn back. So I turned around, went back across, and said, oh, I can just leave it in without the envelope. The sickness went, the gut feeling went. But then by the time I got back, I talked myself out of it again. I was like, no, I really need an envelope. It won't be presentable. It won't be good. Went back over the bridge, nausea again. I was like, okay, I give up. Okay. I went over, handed it in and said, I'm sorry, there's no envelope. And literally I met him a few hours later, and he said, did you send in my CV somewhere? And I said, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. They'll probably ring it. And he said, I got the job. On his lunch break. Literally, I had handed it in. The manager was just walked into the room as I walked out, took the CV, called Leah. He came for an interview an hour later, and he handed him the job on the spot. So it was like a pure synchronistic. And the only nudge, there wasn't a blinding light that said, go now with the CV. It was more of a gut feeling it just felt better to do this than this.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So there's the clairsentience, and a lot of people have that, and that is one of my strongest. And then there's the clairaudience. So some people you can hear the voice of angels inside your mind, but you can also hear physical voices. Now this has happened to me a few times in my life. Once I was lying in bed, I had overslept, and I literally heard a voice in my ear go, get up.
Yes. Yeah. No, I get similar things. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and the other thing is, and this is the one I can't remember the name of, but it means clear knowing. When you just know something, you have no idea how you know, but you just know it. And somebody said, how do you know that? I don't know, but I just know that that's the truth. Yes. Or I know that you're not to go there, or I know that this is the answer to that question. Yeah. And I have no background, no research. I just know it.
Yeah, and I get that. For me, that comes a bit with the clairsentience. When you get feeling, you could be talking to somebody about, I usually, when with my coaching clients, or just even general conversation, and you get that moment when you're saying something and you're so in flow with what you're saying and the advice you're giving that literally you get goosebumps, the hairs on your arms stand up. So I kind of think, actually, I feel that what I'm saying now is the truth. It's like the angels or source, whatever, is kind of giving me complete validation that what I'm saying is absolutely true. Because sometimes as a coach, you're helping people, and then you give advice or, encouragement, and then you then the human bit of you, the ego kicks in, saying, actually, is this right? But then as soon as I get that validation, I know that what I'm saying is the correct advice, and it's just tuning into that and allowing yourself to hear, I think. And again, sometimes when I am feeling a bit stuck or a bit low or a bit down, I literally have to take myself off to meditation and just ask my angels, what do I need to do now? And usually that's when I get the voice afterwards, do this. Because I think I shared this was part of my Joyful June a few weeks ago. I was feeling very stuck energetically, and I tapped and I danced and I tried all these things, and then actually had to go meditate and ask my angels, what do I need to do now? And as soon as I opened my eyes, I saw this vase of dead flowers, and the message was, shift the energy in your home. So it wasn't anything to do with my energy. It was to do with, and it's true, I opened up the windows and got some fresh flowers, and just lots of children house, so we kind of got them to run around, and we literally shook up the energy in the home, and that was literally the message that I got. So I think very often, if we need the answer to something, that's all we have to do, just go within and ask. Would you say that's right?
Yeah. And I'd say that there's different ways of going within for different people.
Okay.
That some people can meditate all day long, and that's their thing, and they love that. you know, that used to be my thing. And then 2 kids came along and it's just not as much my thing as I'd like it to be, you know. But walking in the park is something that I absolutely love, and that you're surrounded by earth angels, by fairies, by nature. That's a really good meditation practice if that's all that you can do. You know, swimming, any sort of sport or active, you know, a yoga class, if you like yoga, or any sort of workout that you need to focus on just that one thing.
Yeah, running's good for me for that. Yeah.
Yeah, running is fantastic because it's just giving your mind something else to do while you're processing what you're processing, a problem or an issue, and the solution just comes. So it doesn't have to be, as I said, a big blinding light. Some people don't hear anything, don't see anything, don't feel anything, but maybe after a bout of exercise, there's more clarity there.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely.
And another of my favorite things about the angels is coincidences. And you could say that coincidences are their signposts.
Yeah.
So it's like if you ask for help and, you know, it's maybe a friend, somebody pops into your mind and then immediately the phone rings and it's that friend.
Yeah.
So that's a coincidence.
Or
so
is
I'll
it?
give you a funny, well, that's what I call a coincidence, but I also say there's no such thing as coincidence.
Absolutely, yeah. No, there isn't.
So I'll tell you a funny story about this. So years ago, I went to see Deepak Chopra. He was giving a talk on synchrodestiny, which is all about coincidences. So actually, I have to rewind here. I went to see Diana Cooper. I sat with this girl. We spent the day together, complete strangers, spent the day together, had a wonderful day. And I said to her, I'm really interested in sound therapy and I'd love to do some. I'd love to get a session. And she said, I know somebody who's really good. She gave me his number. I never rang him. Then she said, I'm going to Deepak Chopra. Do you want to come? I said, yeah, why not? Booked a ticket. I booked a ticket out of hundreds of people. And I ended up sitting directly in front of this girl. So that was a coincidence. I was like, oh, this is interesting. So I was here. She was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. We're right together. Like, and then as this whole talk was about coincidences and signposts and how they're messages from the universe nudging you in the right direction. Then she tapped me on the shoulder in the middle and she said, you will not believe this. But do you remember the guy, the sound therapy guy? He's sitting behind me. So it was hundreds of people in the stadium. And it was me, directly behind me was her, and directly behind her was the sound therapy guy. And I was like, hello, how are you? I have your number. When can I book a session? It was like,
it's meant to be.
It's string of coincidence.
It's like if you're meant to be connected with someone, it's like the universe will find, or the angels will find a way for you to be connected. If you don't, it's a bit like, you know, you could have picked up that phone and yes, it would have been easier, but you were meant to make that connection. So it was like everything was aligned for it to happen. But and you know, I could probably reel off so many stories of similar incidents and coincidences or not coincidences. But what I'd really like to do, I don't know if you would be able to, you know, actually, if we could, you mentioned, was it Archangel Gabriel and the colour orange, about connecting in with joy and fairies. Just wondering, so I've just put you on the spot here. I didn't ask you in advance if we could maybe do a mini meditation or something that we can do to kind of access this kind of joy, or perhaps is there something we need to do in advance, like perhaps ask a question, or what do you think? What's coming up for you, Aisling? What are the angels wanting us to do?
Yeah, let's, I'll talk a little bit about Gabriel. And then we'll do a quick meditation. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
perfect.
We'll do about 5-10 minutes.
Perfect.
5-10 minutes. So I'll talk for about 5 minutes about Gabriel and then 5 or 10 minutes in meditation.
Wonderful.
So Gabriel is the angel mentioned in the Bible that came to Mary and said that she had conceived the baby Jesus. So he's known as the messenger. He's known as the angel that helps with fertility and that helps people conceive children.
I don't want that today,
also
thank
the
you.
angel.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry to interrupt. Just wanted to make that clear.
So the other element of Gabriel is around, like, because conceiving is also conceiving ideas, conceiving new projects. Phew.
That's okay. I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's fine.
and the birth of new things in your life.
Perfect.
So it's really about creativity, and it's also about relationships and about support. So when we have a dream, like you're like me, Melanie, you have a million ideas up here in your mind, but it really takes support and action to bring even one of them, you know, sincere focused action to bring something into reality. And Gabriel is the sort of the force that brings ideas into reality, you know, that where we can create, bring these ideas into reality. But the wonderful thing about Gabriel is that some people see this energy as a female. I always see it as a male. But the wonderful thing about Gabriel is that because of the connection with children, he's a connection with inner child, with playfulness and all the fairy realm and the elementals and mischief and cheeky chaps. I use it in English expression.
Cheeky chaps is fine.
But it's about, I can feel the energy lifting. I can feel the energy lifting, and there's more play coming in. And that's what the fairies do. You know, in spiritual work, we're all healing our trauma. And sometimes it can be boring and heavy, and we can get stuck in that process.
Yeah.
And the angels and the fairies come back to remind us, just lighten up a little bit, lighten up a little bit, put your wings on, play, get out, get mucky, get dirty, splash, go out in the rain, do something a little bit.
Yeah, and I think we forget a lot of that, don't we? Yeah.
Well, that's it. So, you know, we love. If you're in the healing field, you know, at one stage in my life, my husband said to me, you know, there's nothing really wrong with you. I was like, oh my God, because I had, you know, I was to do this course and then I'll be better, and do that and I'll be better, and then I'll be healed. And it was like, well, let's just think, as you said yourself, everything is perfect as it is. And the fairies just come in to just say, would you ever just lighten up, stop with the seriousness and just have a laugh, you know. So with that in mind, what we're going to do is I'm just going to take a breath and see where Gabriel wants to take us.
Okay.
So we'll take a little breath. So just sit comfortably in your seat, or if you feel like lying down, you can do that as well. You can close your eyes or open them, whatever suits you. And just take a nice deep breath. And as you're releasing that breath, allow your shoulders to relax and drop down. And your spine is lengthening, and your head is just resting gently on your neck, on your shoulders. And take another breath. And let that go with a deep sigh of relaxation. And another breath. Just let that go. And bring your attention down into your feet for a moment and just get yourself grounded. See thick, strong roots, orange, thick, strong roots coming from the soles of your feet, going right down, deep, deep down into the earth and wrapping around the heart of the earth, the core of the earth, helping you to feel grounded, confident, and safe and secure in your life. A wonderful energy of joy is coming through these roots from the earth, bubbling up inside of your body. Wonderful healing joy. absolutely beautiful. I can feel it just moving up your legs, moving up into your torso, filling all of your organs, moving up, all the way up into your heart. And as you breathe, your heart opens to the level that's appropriate for you, allowing in as much joy as you can possibly hold today. And as you're breathing in that joy, you find that it just overflows. There's so much that it just overflows out of your heart and just fills up your body. Every single part of your body is filling up with this joyful, wonderful, healing feeling. Up into your shoulders, down into your arms, up into your head, your neck, the top of your head. Your forehead is relaxing and peaceful. Your eyes are resting gently in their sockets. Your face, your cheekbones, your ears, your chin, your teeth, your gums, your tongue, completely relaxed. Absolutely beautiful. And inviting in all of the angels now. Inviting in your guardian angel, who has been with you since before you were born and knows every single step that you've taken on this path right throughout your life and will stay with you right throughout your life. And we call in Archangel Gabriel. And just bringing your focus up to your third eye now. That place on your forehead between your two eyes. And gazing into your third eye. You might see a color. You can use your imagination to see a purple color that's swirling and twirling. And step into that color now. And find yourself in a beautiful place in nature. And in the distance, you can see a playground. And it's the perfect size for you. All the swings and the slides and everything there are all the perfect size for you. And you find yourself running with these two angels to this playground that is absolutely has just been created for you today. Run around, jump on whatever you want to do, come down the slides, use the swings, get on the seesaw with your angels. And just feel that squeal of delight that's welling up inside of you, this freedom that you feel as you just, it's so much fun. Why don't I do this more often? And then Gabriel brings a little child out to meet you. And this is your inner child. And this is you at an age in your life where you were really, really happy. There was a moment in your life where you felt completely supported and loved and joyful and in the moment. And you don't even have to know exactly what that time or what that moment was. But the age of this child is a gateway to that moment. So just give your inner child a beautiful hug. And sit down on the grass with your angels, your guardian angel, Archangel Gabriel, and this beautiful child. And just have a conversation. And ask this little girl or little boy, what can I do for you? What do you need from me? What do you need me to do to give you more joy? and listen very carefully to what this beautiful part of you has to say. And just accept that little piece of information or guidance and just allow it to drop down into your heart and just integrate around your body, so that you start to bring this into every part of your life. And we're just going to take one more moment where, if there's any issue or difficulty that you have in your life right now, you have these wonderful beings at your service. So pour out your heart right now. And if there's anything that you need a solution to, just pour out your heart and ask them for help. What can I do to resolve this? And just accepting all of this information for yourself. And know that you can come back here to this place anytime you want, anytime you just need a little break, a little bit of fun, and bring yourself back to the place where you first began. Say goodbye to that beautiful child. Say goodbye to Gabriel, goodbye to your guardian angel, even though they're with you in an instant when you call on them. Come back into your third eye, that purple light, and right back into your body and into your hands and into your feet. And when you're ready, open your eyes and feel that joy still bubbling in your heart. And it's joy and it's gratitude for these angels.
That was wonderful. That was really, really wonderful. I didn't think, obviously being on a blab, that I would actually go deeply into the meditation, but there was a real moment there of, where am I? It was a real moment of, I went straight into the playground immediately. And to be honest, sometimes I find it quite hard to be told to visualize something. I can visualize of my own accord, but when somebody says, like, just visualize, but instantly I was on the swings and running around and really feeling that sense of joy, and it was fabulous. And the child came immediately as well, and then the message came immediately as well. I got the message: flowers, get some flowers. I obviously need more flowers in my home. I've got another dying vase of flowers behind me at the moment. I'm just trying to sit like this so you can't see them. They're not too bad, actually. They've got about, no, yeah. So again, flowers was my message. And my other message, it came quite strongly, was you don't need to do this alone. Get help.
Yeah.
Get help. Yeah. You know, even help with the things that kind of overwhelm me on a daily basis, like, you know, oh God, kids' dinners, and just get help. You know, you don't have to do this alone. So that was another message. What was the other message? Get organized. The angels told me they liked a tidy home. That was the other message I got as well, which obviously, you know, I'm in this big decluttering thing at the moment. And to be honest, I've thrown away so much, but we're still in that kind of final stages of bits and pieces. What do I do with these remaining bits of crap? And yesterday what I did was I shoved them all these bits here and there, just shoved them all on the floor. So they were there, right? I had to do something with them. I couldn't just leave them there. So that is something else I'm just working on. So the angels told me they're appreciating my efforts with the tidying up, because they like a nice tidy environment, and that way I will be more organized and then more efficient. So all that came through in that meditation.
I got I'm trying to change some things about the food I eat, and the message from my inner child was, make food fun.
Yeah. Funny how we both got things to do with food.
Yeah. Like yesterday I bought a salad. I went in to buy a sandwich and I thought, oh God, I'll buy a salad. But it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Had all these beans and quinoa, which I don't know how to cook, and all this beautiful stuff that was just ready made for me. I thought that's so much fun, you know, and I do this with my own kids. You know, I was trying to get Noah to eat these particular baked beans that they were a different brand to what we normally have. So I said to him, I don't know if you're going to like these beans, but I just have to tell you that the King of England loves them.
We don't. Who is the King of England? Oh, the things we tell our children.
And he said, really? Does the King of England really like this bean? They must be nice, so they must be good. So he ate that. He polished them.
Fantastic.
And every now he gets beans. He says to me, are these the ones the King of England likes? I said, yeah. But it's why you know, make food fun. That was the message that I got. What I do for my kids, do it for myself.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? Was around. I said, I've no time for me, and the message was make time for you.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of prioritizing again, and
so Inga
making it a priority over everything else.
Yeah, brilliant. Inga said here the message for her was to make it adventurous, have fun. I'd love to know if anybody else got any messages. Please do share them in the chat with us. What messages came through for you? And it just goes to show you, if you can just take that time to kind of go within, you know, the messages do come to us as to what help, what changes, you know, and just advice is just about listening. And there you go. Angel Martha has given you a recipe on how to cook quinoa. There you go.
Brilliant.
There you go.
Oh, brilliant.
So there you go. You've got your answer there. You've got your nutrition angel there helping you. And we've got Great Foodie that says here, the message she got was to trust. And I think that's it's always very hard to kind of receive that message, but to be told actually trust the process, trust everything is working out perfectly. It's a very, very strong message to hear. So that's a great message.
I'm just thinking, I just learned as well how to pronounce quinoa.
Quinoa. Quinoa. Or no,
I don't know what I said before.
Quinoa does look more correct, doesn't it? Quinoa. Yeah. I think that's right, quinoa. I could be completely wrong. Who knows? Who knows?
I don't know.
There you go. Quinoa. And Life for Living EFT, who I recognize there as being Chris, the message was that you're not alone. That's a lovely message. Yeah, quite similar to me, actually. Not alone. And yeah, ask for help. You know, if we do feel like we're alone, that actually we're not. We've got access to these angels. Now, I don't know if you want to do this, but I've got some if you haven't got any. I was wondering if maybe we could do a group angel card or something. Do you have access to any?
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Always have about 20 decks in reach, Melanie.
Oh, you're a bit more than me. I've got 13. 14. we should have an angel card party one day on Blab.
Yeah, I was exactly the same thing I was thinking. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Should we have 3 cards?
Sure, why not?
Okay. 3 card spread. No, Inga, no such thing as too many. Inga's only got 8.
Okay, so actually 4 came out. So
wonderful.
So we'll have a look at them. So the first one is marriage.
Ooh, okay.
So the fairies join you in celebrating wedded bliss. So it can either mean that there's somebody out there and that they're going to get married and they're having that celebration, but more than likely, what I feel inside me with this card, it's an interesting little thing that I heard years ago from Denise Lynn.
I love Denise Lynn.
About marrying yourself. And it's about, and it's, you know, we usually arrive at this time in our own lives, and I haven't done it yet, so I might actually do it this month. I might do it actually on my next birthday, which is in July. Is you go out, you buy yourself a ring that you like for yourself.
Love this. Yeah.
And you prepare as if you're preparing for marriage. So you might buy a new top, or, you know, get dressed up, clean clothes, wash your hair, and just pick a night, pick a day, pick a moment, and decide where that's going to be. It could be in your home, it could be out in nature, but decide to marry yourself. So it's like, I love and honor you. I'm committed to you.
The most important relationship, isn't it? The one with yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that.
And it's like spending, because if you even just, I'm getting goosebumps now up and down, but if you just even spent 30 minutes with that energy of, what does it mean to commit to myself? What would that look like every single day? What would it look like if I really, really honored when I'm tired, when I'm angry, when I'm sad, when I'm upset, when I'm joyful, you know, because, you know, what's coming to my mind is, I love going to movies, but I have a very loud laugh.
I love your laugh.
So, and I remember, so like other people with me, sometimes they can be embarrassed. They're like, oh God, please stop laughing. So there's a point between honoring myself and allowing that laugh to flow out, or do I worry about the other person?
No.
So, you know, I'm just giving that as an example of, so now I love going to movies on my own because strangers don't give out.
I'll come to the movies with you, Aisling. We'll need to have a hen night before the wedding. Yeah.
The hen's party.
Okay, sorry, angels. Okay, I am being serious. I absolutely love that idea. And do you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to buy a whole new dress and everything, flowers, the works. Yeah. Perfect. I love that idea.
Yeah. So that's what it is. And I wonder what it would look like a year, you know, that honeymoon period, the first year when you're married to somebody, what that would look like if you just fell in love with yourself again.
Yeah.
Every single part of you.
Wonderful suggestion.
So that's what's coming up.
Okay.
That's what's coming up.
Fabulous. Love it.
And because there's millions of fairies all around here, but there's a unicorn.
Oh.
And the unicorns are magical, mythical. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Magical, mythical creatures.
Beautiful.
And they, your angels come, your guardian angel helps you throughout your whole life to live your life, to remember your sacred contract and to live that. The archangels pop in whenever you need any particular energy in your life. So interviews, courage, confidence, Archangel Michael will come in. If you need healing, Raphael will come in. If you need joy and lighten up, Gabriel will come in, or help with creativity. So there's different archangels will pop into your life as you need them. Some will stay for a long time. Some will only come in for a day. So, and the archangels come to help you to work your life purpose. So to remember exactly why you're here, and they help you to fulfill that mission. The unicorns come when your life purpose is huge, that it affects people on a mass level around the world. So you could be someone that has to write a book that will be read by millions of people, or you start a radio show or a TV show or a blab that you're reaching thousands of people, millions of people. You could start a blog. You could, I don't know. You know, I knew one woman that was complete unicorn energy, and she was a spiritual minister. And like, I met her when she was in her 60s and she was retired, but it came up in one of our classes that she had a healing ministry of for thousands and thousands of young people over her life. So she had that moment where she reached and had ripple effect all across. I mean, those generations are still, it's her healing is still working through those generations. It's beautiful. So the unicorns come to help us when our purpose is huge. So it's anybody who's listening to this call and listening to this message right now, that you have a huge purpose. And the unicorns are there and the angels are there, are helping you, because when it's huge, it can be scary. So they're helping you just to come back down and to take little baby steps and taking the seriousness out of things. But I was going to say something else there, but anyway, so that's the unicorn energy. So if you're listening to this, that's your message. You have a big, big purpose.
Wow.
So allow the angels to help you with that. So the other cards, I'm going to try and be brief. The other cards are, this is for you, Melanie, definitely. Goodbye to the old, hello to the new.
Love it.
You've finished one part of your life now. And now a new and even better part is beginning.
I love it.
She is resting in flowers.
Yeah, love it.
You know, she's in this beautiful, like a tulip, sort of a tulip flower.
Martha said that looks like me.
Angel. It does. Except she has dreadlocks.
Okay.
But there's a lot of green in the picture. The picture is completely full of green. So it's a huge healing time in your life. And the red is about financial security, but it's also about reigniting your passion and your joy. And I think I can see that in you in this boot camp in the last month, that your whole energy has lightened up. You're laughing more. As you share your joy, it just seems to be bouncing back onto you, and your energy is just blowing out, you know. So there's a lot of healing that you're doing through your work, that it doesn't even feel like hard work because you're enjoying it so much.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
And I know the practicalities of running a boot camp every single day. There are some elements, but I can definitely see that the joy in your so the angels are saying it's all part. This is like you're going to look back on this boot camp, and it's going to be like, God, that was the turning point. You know, that was the point when things started to really shift, and I could really step into the big vision of my life, that I could really start to believe that it was possible. And you will look back and you'll say, that was the turning point.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
And this other card is an interesting one. It's daughter. And it says the answer to your question involves your daughter. So
she's, yeah. I talk about my daughter quite a bit. She does have incredible energy, but for me, that it is also like, I'm actually feel that's to do with me being my mother's daughter as well. Yeah. And that's for me what the message is for everyone, for me as well, and for you, is my work. It seems to be shifting to mothers, and to embracing the divine mother energy, and acknowledging that I'm a mother first, and then an entrepreneur, and I have an angel spiritual business, and I connect with angels, and I do all these other things. But right now, my biggest role in my life is mother. And through embracing that role, I'm learning about being a daughter. Yeah, I'm learning about my own mother. What, you know, a lot of the stuff I'm forgiving a lot, because I can understand where you know where she was. I can just see things from a completely different perspective now. Yeah, we do when we become mums. Absolutely.
Yeah. So there's just a lovely message here for everybody to just appreciate that lineage. You know, that all of our ancestors, all of the women, particularly women in our life, the 7 generations back and 7 generations forward, and just honoring them this week, maybe lighting a candle and just honoring all that lineage, that power, and that energy, because you are your ancestors. They're all here in this moment, and you'll be one of the ancestors in another 100 years, and your legacy will be your children, your children's children. So it's important to honor our ancestors. And I just wanted to say that the flower in this, I don't know what the English name, but in Irish it's called Diora Day.
Oh, the fuchsia. Is it fuchsia?
A fuchsia.
Yes. I have a plant.
In Gaelic, in Irish.
To me, when I was little, they always remind me of fairies' dresses.
Yeah, it's just what she's wearing one.
Oh, I have a fuchsia bush outside my house, actually. I love them. They do. To me, they're just perfect fairy-sized dresses.
In Gaelic, the word it means it's Diora Day, and it means tears of God.
Right. Lovely, beautiful flower.
There's a beautiful book called Yesterday I Cried by Evanla Van Sant.
Oh, I love Evan. I haven't read that. I love her forgiveness work.
This book is stunning, and I believe that especially for women, tears unlock our hearts. That tears cleanse, tears heal.
Yeah. I always say to my clients,
tears of joy, tears of happiness.
Don't stop the tears. Never suppress tears. Just let them flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that there is a little message in there just about acknowledging your tears and allowing. It's the same thing with, as we were talking about with marrying yourself, honoring. What does it mean to honor yourself? Honor those tears that need to come. Release that trauma in a beautiful way.
Beautiful.
So there's a little bit there. And the final card is patience, please.
Okay.
What you're asking for is coming about. Have patience, as there are unforeseen factors that need to occur first.
Right.
And that's just so huge for all of us, and in particular mothers, I think, because for me, like, the summer holidays are coming up. So a lot of my work is probably going to come to a standstill, and for years I've been fighting it. And this year I'm just
embrace it,
throw my hands up in the air, and I'm just saying, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll just, and it's just a little bit in that, is that the impatience pulls us into the future.
Yes.
About what if, I want, it's irritable, it's angry, it's now is not good enough. This is not enough. That's what impatience pulls us into. And it's just another ego pulling us out of, if you're not starving, if you have food in the fridge, if you have it, you're able to turn on a heater, you have warm clothes when you go to bed, and you have people that love you in your life, you're rich and everything is perfect. And yes, we want more. And, I'd love to be able to push my business out there, but I also want to acknowledge the fact that I have 2 young kids and I want to spend the summer with them.
Yeah.
So patience, please. So that is a
beautiful,
lovely
message. Lovely message. That actually everything is perfect and it's all enough. It's all enough. That's wonderful. Yeah. Thank you so much. I hope everyone's enjoyed those messages and the meditation. Great Foodie is exactly what we needed to hear. Now, I missed a question from Martha earlier as well. How can they help so many? Silly question. No such thing as a silly question. I think Martha's asking about angels. How can they help so many people, or how help with so many things, perhaps? I think they're just, and again, it's a bit like maybe if you call upon Archangel Gabriel, I call upon, everyone here is calling upon, how can he be in all these different places at once? I guess maybe that's what Martha's asking. Yeah,
because I suppose they don't have a body. So they're not restricted to, I can only be in one place at once because I only have this one body. But I don't know, we could go into astral travel here. We might not do that.
But then, take, for example, with the power of the internet, me and you, we are in the homes of everybody here on the Blab at the moment, and we will be on YouTube. So actually, we are everywhere as well. And angels are even more powerful than that. So that's how they can be with us. I don't know. That's my simplistic take on it.
Yeah, but that's it. That's it. I just they're everywhere. We're thinking about it from a human mind, and it just doesn't work like that. They can be everywhere because they're not tied to a body. They're not tied to an earthly existence. And most angels haven't even had an earthly existence. They're just everywhere. They're in
they transcend religion as well. Nearly every religion that I know of has a word for angels, or there's reference to angels in the in the Bible, in the kind of think of the other holy texts. But angels transcend religion, don't they?
Yeah, that's it. They're in all the holy books, and
so that's
yeah.
No, that's fabulous. So I think we've been here an hour now, so that's been wonderful. I've thought, I think when we came at the beginning, there was that whole energy of, we meant to be doing this, neither of us could get online, and it was all I had a bit of a frantic morning, but it all kind of worked out well. And do you know what I think the message for me is? That you can actually start off frazzled and thinking, but actually right now my energy feels completely different. I do feel connected back to joy again. The angels have come. Maybe the angels gave us that frazzle to begin with, to show us the balance, to show us do you know what? We're going to give you some frazzle, but we're going to come in and we're going to transform you to a state of joy, just to remind you that this is how it's done. That whenever you're feeling frazzled, whenever you don't feel like life's going your way, call upon your angels. We will be there to help you. We will be there to love, support, guide you, give you the messages you need, but you need to remember to call upon them. This is just kind of what I've literally just downloaded. So,
that's beautiful.
So, yeah.
That is beautiful. I couldn't have said it any better. That's beautiful. I've had a blast today.
It's been lovely, really lovely.
I've had a blast. Yeah. And like you, I had a running around morning. And I often say, sometimes I think the A-team theme is playing in the background. Din, 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 din. Shoes, bag, door, school, go. And then it's just, okay, let's just be here for half an hour and see what happens.
Fabulous. And, thank you so much.
Wonderful. I learned so much as well.
And I hope everyone else who's been here has benefited and enjoyed as well. And you're welcome. You're welcome, everybody. And and see you on YouTube. Well, this is going to be uploaded there a bit later on today. And thank you. And Aisling, very quickly, could you just tell us a little bit more about your work? Now, Aisling's got an amazing Transform with Angels. It's not a boot camp, is it? It's a course. I'm in the course and I'm loving it. I need to catch up a little bit, but tell us quickly about Transform with Angels.
Transform with Angels is a 12-week course that it's completely online, and you can connect with a different angel every single week. So, and it's sort of, I describe it like a butterfly. So the first stage is the caterpillar stage, and that's your foundation, and you meet Gabriel and Raphael and Michael and Uriel, and then you move on into the chrysalis stage, where you go, it's about self-reflection and learning really to make that inner voice stronger, make your intuition really strong. That connection with the angels gets deeper. And then you move into the butterfly phase, which is it's up and it's flying, but it's quite a deep phase as well. So you meet 12 archangels along the way, and it's a culmination of years of work that I've put into this program, and people are getting amazing results from it. And that's it. And people can find that at
what's the
transformwithangels12weeks.com.
Right. So it's Transform with Angels. So I'm just going to quickly pop a link up in, is it the number 12?
Yeah, number 12 in 12weeks.com.
Oh, I can't. Oh, I think, oh yeah, there we go. I think we've got it here. And I find it really hard. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Martha. Martha's beat me to it. And if anybody wants to join my boot camp, I know we're at the end of June, but you can go back and you can see all the exercises, all the blabs, all the interviews. There you go. I've just posted up a link. So you're very welcome to come and join my Facebook group as well, which is ongoing. So it'll be continuing after after June has continued. But yeah, would love to see you in there. So thank you, Aisling. It's been amazing. I feel really filled with the joy of angels now. Gonna get on with my day, and I will see you again very soon. And thank you, everybody else. Thank you for joining us. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.
Bye.